And hello guys! So, welcome back to Pokemon Yellow! Yay! More Pokemon Yellow. Don't we all love Pokemon Yellow? But, back on the grind again. So, last time, if you remember, we went down the cycling lane, we caught a new Pokemon in the form of Snorlax, and we arrived in a new city known as Fuschia. Fuschia City! As you can see, there is a gym right in front of us that we will challenge. Am I going to do it now? Of course not, because there's a lot of things that we can do in Fuschia City, which I recommend doing before you challenge the gym leader, actually. But it doesn't matter either way. I mean, if you want to take on a gym leader first, then so be it. But I'm the kind of person who likes to go into a city, explore around first before setting off and doing the main objective. So, in this part, there's a bunch of things that we can show. There's actually a lot of things that we can do and a lot of things that you will want to do. So, the first thing you want to do is to go into this building. And there's just a normal, happy, lovely gentleman sitting on the seat. I'm the fishing guru's older brother. I simply love fishing. Do you like to fish? Where have we heard that before? Anyways, just say yes as always. Grand, I like your style. Take this and fish, young one. We received the good rod. Always fine and dandy in the world. As you can, I guess it's quite self-explanatory. We've got the old rod from Vermillion City, and we just got the good rod from this guy in Fuschia City. So, if you have the good rod, it will allow you to fish for better Pokemon in the sea. So instead of fishing just Magikarp, you should be able to fish other Pokemon. So let's have a little test actually. I mean, I can't remember what Pokemon you can get, but I know it's definitely better than the old rod. It works the exact same way as the old rod, so don't have to worry about that. It just means you have a higher chance of encountering better water type Pokemon, like a Poliwag as an example. We hooked up Poliwag. There's other Pokemon you can get as well. From the top of my head, you can get Tentacool, Goldeen, what other water type Pokemon? You probably get Staryu if you fish in the ocean. So yeah, there's a bunch of Pokemon that you can fish for. So I definitely recommend getting this rod if you want to try a complete Pokemon for your Pokedex, or there's a water Pokemon that you want to fill for your team. So yes, always good. So let's go into the next building next door and see what this guy has to say. There's an item behind this boulder, which for now we can't really do anything. Pokemon photos and fossils. Wait, what does this guy have to say? Hello, yes? Ah, holy ho ho, ify affy ho. So yeah, I don't know what he was trying to say. I don't know if he was trying to speak English, but it seems to me that he's having some trouble speaking, and right now there's nothing we can do for him right now, so we just gotta ignore him. The Safari Zone Warden's Home. So yes, Fuschia City brought this becomes a reoccurring thing in the later games, but Fuschia City introduces the new concept of the Safari Zone. So we'll get into what the Safari Zone actually is in a second. You can actually go around here. If you want to fill up your Pokedex, this is a good place to go, because if you check these signs, these Pokemon will automatically register on your Pokedex if you haven't seen them already. Slowpoke, friendly and very slowly moving. So there's a Slowpoke. We've seen one of these before. So yeah, it's kind of like it's like a Pokemon zoo, kind of. So they've got an exhibition of a bunch of rare Pokemon that you might not have seen before. Name, Chansey. Catching one is all up to chance. There's Chansey. It gets registered on your Pokedex, which is pretty good, because some of these Pokemon are really, really rare, including that Chansey, for an example. Name, Voltorb. The very image of a Pokeball. We've seen a Voltorb before. What does this guy have to say? That item ball really is a Pokemon. Yeah, damn right, good sir. Going way down here. Is there anything down here? I think there is, right? Lapras, aka the King of the Seas. Not bad at all. There's a Pokemon here. Let's see if there's anything good inside. I can't remember if they bring anything new in Pokemon. I see. Oh, yep. They introduced new Pokemon balls called Ultra Balls. Ultra Balls are the best Pokeballs you can get in Generation 1. They have a, if I'm right, a 1.5 times capture than a Great Ball. So basically, it's double the chance of a Pokeball. So you will want to catch Ultra Balls. If you want to catch like the really, really hard Pokemon, Ultra Ball is your best bet. So I'd highly recommend buying some if you want to catch new Pokemon. Right now, I won't need any, so I'm just going to leave it for now. Hyper Potions. Hyper Potions are better than Super Potions, obviously. They fully restore your Pokemon's health up to 200 hit points. So 200 hit points is definitely more than enough at this point in the game. And even by the end of the game, 200 hit points is a lot. We got revives, we got full heals. Full heals are actually really good actually. Full heals will automatically restore all status conditions on your Pokemon. So either sleep, frozen, burn, paralysis, poison, confusion, it will heal all of them. So I definitely recommend buying some full heals if you've got the money and the room. I think I will buy some full heals later, but not now, because we're not going to be doing much battling in this part. Well, maybe we will, because we're going to be, hopefully I'll be tackling the gym this part. So maybe we will see. Anyways, this place, it's Omanyte, a Pokemon that was resurrected from a fossil. So one thing to mention is that the Pokemon in this habitat zone, I guess it is for it, it will be the opposite of the Pokemon that you picked from Mount Moon. As you remember, in Mount Moon, I took the Dome fossil, so that was a Kabuto. So to make up for the fact that you won't be seeing an Omanyte, they give you the ability to see Omanyte through this exhibition zone here. So if I chose the Helix fossil, this would be a Kabuto instead. So it's quite nice that they did that for you. So this one, it's a Kangaskhan, a maternal Pokemon that raises its young in a pouch. Here you go. I don't think we've seen Kangaskhan yet, so that's good to know. And after all of that, this here is the Safari Game Zone. So the Safari Zone has a bunch of Pokemon that you can catch. Basically, the Safari Zone is kind of like a free-for-all place where you can catch rare and exclusive Pokemon. There are lots of rare and exclusive Pokemon. There are Pokemon here that I would highly recommend to catch for your team if you want them. So yeah, so obviously you want to pay a visit here. And even if you don't, you want to visit here anyway, because there are things that you do have to get. This place is a compulsory part. But either way, it's still a very nice place to go to. But before we go to the Safari Zone, because we will be going to the Safari Zone, there is one thing I do want to make notice of. If you remember, because we got the Poke Flute, we can go back to Vermillion City and wake up that sleeping Snorlax that was blocking the way on the east side. So before we do that, before we do the Safari Zone, I highly recommend going to the east side and actually tackling down that Snorlax, because there's an item you want to get there before entering the Safari Zone. You don't have to do it, but I highly recommend doing so anyway, because it's just beneficial for you. So let's pop on our bike and let's go. Just cycling away. I've already beat all these trainers, so there shouldn't be anything to worry about. Do 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 do. Since I've already caught a Snorlax, I don't think I'll be catching this one, so I'm just gonna simply gonna beat it. So it's up to you. I mean, if you want to catch another one, then so be it. But for me, I probably won't. I mean, he's a good run. I mean, he's a Poke Flip. He's a Poke Flip. So we can finally clear off this Snorlax. Remember, if you failed to catch the Snorlax on Celadon City, this is the last chance that you can catch it. So make sure if you do want to catch it, you catch it here. Because once this one disappears, you'll never find another one again. So take caution of that. So anyway, same old, just a Snorlax. We should be able to take it out pretty confidently. Since Prime is a fighting type, it should be able to easily destroy it. Low kick. Look at that damage. Look at that damage. The critical hit. And the Snorlax is gone. One hit. All it needs, right? And boom. The Snorlax is gone. So let's calm down. With a big yawn and return to the mountains. So yes, now we can finally explore this part of Vermillion City. It's called the Sport Fishing Area. Basically, this is just pretty much like a harbor side, which is just filled with Pokemon trainers. Yeah, we're gonna fight this guy. So I'll fight this guy because you want to go down south. There's stuff you can do up north as well, but you want to go down south first. So yeah, so I highly recommend going down south first. We'll fight this trainer because why not? We might as well put some one or two Pokemon battles in this part, I guess. Voltorb, just pretty simple. As you can see, the levels should be around the levels you are right now. You shouldn't have to worry at all. Like I said, you can come here much earlier. Like as soon as you get a Poke Flute, you can come here right away. Which you can do. I didn't, but you can. So Electrode. Electrode is the evolved form of Voltorb. And yeah, it's famous for doing self-destruct, which is basically it commits suicide to cause lots of damage on you. It's really annoying. But it's fine because we tanked the hit and lived, because we are a beast. Primeape is a machine. Alright. Jason defeated a rocker. Unplugged. Anyways, keep going down south. You want to enter this building here. So once you enter this building, there is also another fisherman that is also very similar to the one we saw in Fuschia City. I'm the fishing guru's brother. I simply love fishing. Do you like to fish? Well, this is only the third time we've heard this before, so yes, of course I love fishing. Grand, I like your style. Take this and fish, young one. And we received the super rod. The super rod is even better than the old rod and the good rod. The super rod is the best rod that you can get in the game. This is why I highly recommend coming here. The super rod is very important because it allows you to get some really rare Pokemon that you can only find in the Safari Zone. And just in general. The super rod will allow you to find pretty much every single water type Pokemon in the game. At pretty much every water location. Unrealistic, I know. But it does. And the Pokemon that you'll catch will be extremely high leveled. So let's have a test actually. Since we're at the sports fishing area, we might as well have a little try with our super rod. So yes, be wary. The levels of these Pokemon can be quite high level. It's random, but it can go up to like level 40 or level 50 when it comes to fishing for these Pokemon. So let's see if we can get a bite. We're struggling to get a bite, which is quite annoying. It's all down to chance if you get a bite or not, so don't feel too disheartened if you don't get anything. Sometimes you get bites, sometimes you don't. I don't know why we're struggling, because we should be finding a bite. There we go. We got a bite. And boom. What did we get? And we got a Horsey. As you can see, Horsey is quite a decent level. And it's quite a strong Pokemon. So, if you want to catch a Horsey, catch one here. There's plenty of other water type Pokemon that you can catch. If you want to know what kind of Pokemon that is, look it up. I guess I could show you on. I could just show you, but there's. I don't think I have to because, like I said, this is only a let's play, not a guide, so I don't have to show you everything. Even though I could, but it's not that bad, trust me. But anyways, there's a bunch of Pokemon trainers up here that we can fight as well. But this place is an optional area. You don't have to come up here. But like I said, if you want to get XP, if you want to get just level up, if you want to fight new Pokemon for your Pokédex, come up here and fight some of the trainers. But you don't have to come up here. If you look on the town map, actually, if I'm right, it links up. If you can see, it links up between. If we can just go back to the location. It links up from Lavender Town and Fuschia City, as you can see down here. So it is like in the middle point of between Lavender and Fuschia. So if you want, you can technically say this is a shortcut between Fuschia and Lavender. But since at this point you have Fly, this place is kind of irrelevant. So basically you might not ever have to come here ever unless you're going for the Super Rod. But yeah, so if you want to get XP, I recommend fighting these trainers. But I won't be showing this on screen because that would be pointless. Anyways, I will see you guys back at Fuschia City. I'll see you in a sec. Okay, now that we're back at Fuschia City, let's go travel to the Safari Zone. You'll understand why I wanted the Super Rod before the Safari Zone, and yeah, trust me, you'll want the Super Rod for the Safari Zone just because the Pokemon you can catch there are really good. You don't have to have Cut here. Cut just gives you a shortcut. You don't have to use it, but because I have it, I might as well use it. Pretty much at this point in the game, you can sort of scrap your Cut slave now, because at this point, you don't really need Cut anymore. It's still there for a couple things like items and shortcuts, but you don't need it anymore, compulsory anyway. But anyway, you just come up here. Welcome to the Safari Zone. For just 500 Pokédollars, you can catch all the Pokemon you want in the park. Would you like to join the hunt? Yes, I will, because I am rich as fuck. We only use a special Pokeball here, and we receive Safari Balls. Yes, you will not be using Pokeballs that you will buy in the market, so you won't be using Ultra Balls, Pokeballs, or Great Balls. In the Safari Zone, you also won't be fighting any Pokemon either. Let's have an example. So if we can find a Pokemon, boom, we have Nidoran female anyway. So yes, you won't be sending out your Pokemon, you won't be battling it, you won't be weakening it. So the only way you can catch it is by throwing a Pokeball at it, a Safari Ball at it. There's two other options: is bait and throwing the rock. Doing each of these will either lower or increase the chances of the Pokemon's catch rate. So right now I just threw a Pokeball and it broke out. But yes, these Pokemon have a chance of fleeing. As you saw, Nidoran just fleed like that. That is a problem with some of the Pokemon, so you gotta be careful about that. Especially some of the rarer Pokemon. that can run away really easily, which is why you use bait and rock. If you throw a bait at a Pokemon, it will make the Pokemon least likely to run. However, the chances of catching it will be harder. If you throw a rock at a Pokemon, the chances of the Pokemon running away will be higher. If I throw a rock here, however, the chances of you catching it will be definitely easier. So as you can see, it's a big gamble using the rock, but if you want to try catch the rarest Pokemon, the rock will probably be your best bet. But it is very risky because, as I said, it increases the chances of the Pokemon running away quite a bit. I wouldn't recommend using bait because it just doesn't seem worth it. As you can see in the top left corner, it tells you how many steps you have, because once you've walked 500 steps, the game ends. And if you want to catch more Pokemon, you've got to pay another 500 Pokedollars to come back in. But the reason why you wanted the Super Rod is to enter this patch of water. Okay, we've got another Wild Barrel. If we get anything different, it's still Nidoran's. The Safari Zone is pretty big. It's split up to like 4 or 5 different areas, and every area has its own set of Pokemon. I will show off every area, see if I can encounter some of the rarer Pokemon, because I do want to show them in the Safari Zone, so I'll try my best. But the one thing I really want to show is this patch of water. This is the only, well, there are other patches of water, but this patch of water is super important. If you have the Super Rod, you want to fish in here. You need the Super Rod if you want to catch the Pokemon I am interested in. So just try to get a bite, and boom, and try your luck. And it's not, Magikarp is not the Pokemon that I want to catch, so we'll just run away. So let's try again, because like I said, you want to use the Super Rod, because there is a Pokemon in here that I do want to catch, and you can only get it with the Super Rod in the Safari Zone. Right, still trying to catch the Pokemon. It might take a while for you to find this Pokemon with the Super Rod, because it does have quite a low encounter rate, but eventually, with enough patience, you will find the Pokemon I'm interested in. Here we go! Here it is, Dratini! Dratini is the Pokemon I want to catch. Dratini is one of the only Dragon-type Pokemon in Generation 1. And it is a definite Pokemon that you want to get, because it's by far one of the hardest Pokemon to get in the Safari Zone, and is one of the most rewarding Pokemon to get if you can train it up to its final evolution. So, if I'm lucky, I should be able to try and catch it. Unlike the other Pokemon, most of the Pokemon that you get from fishing don't usually run away, so you don't have to worry about that. They do run away, but they don't really happen often. So I'm just going to keep chucking balls at it, and hopefully I'll eventually catch it. I could chuck a rock at it, but I'm just going to keep trying my luck and just keep launching balls, and eventually I'll get it. And if I do run out of Pokeballs, then I'll just come back in and keep trying until I catch it. Okay, so let's just keep going, keep going. You can also catch Dratini's Dratini's evolution in here, Dragonair. Dragonair is the evolution of Dratini, and you can catch that Pokemon in the Safari Zone as well. But Dratini will do, and I have finally caught it, which is pretty sick. Always good in the world. Dratini is the only Dragon type in the game, well, and its evolution forms, obviously. But yes, we finally caught Dratini. It does have a very low catch rate, so you got to be patient. You know what? I'm going to try and keep fishing, see if I can get a Dragonair for you guys. So I'll see you whenever I get it, because I think the counter rate for Dragonair is like literally like 5% or like something like that. It's really low. So I think I'll just cut to whenever I find the Dragonair. So I'll see you in a second. Oh boy, let's go. And there we go. We found Dragonair. Literally about maybe what, a couple bites later. Literally was like 5 or 6 bites later. We find its evolved form, Dragonair. Dragonair is the evolved form of Dratini. If I can catch the Dragonair, I would rather use this than Dratini, because it'll give me a bit of a head start. But the catch rate for Dragonair is extremely low. I think Dragonair has the lowest catch rate in the Safari Zone, apart from 2 Pokemon. That would be Kangaskhan and Chansey, which hopefully I will also be able to show in this video. But let's try our luck and try and catch this Dragonair. To be honest, I'm not really... Yeah, like I said, it's very hard to catch. It literally just ran away just like that. And yes, like Snorlax, you can miss the Pokemon, which is also really annoying. You know what? I'm going to keep trying to see if I can catch it. Otherwise, I'm just going to give up and I'll just stick with Dratini. I'm not really that fast. Dratini's just as good. So, I'll just keep going and I'll see you back here whenever I've tried and successfully caught one. If not, then I'll just cut to whenever we move to the next area. So, I'll see you in a second. This shit. Okay, we're just going to progress. Let's carry on. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. I swear to God. Oh my God. But yeah, so... There are a bunch of wild Pokemon, like I said, that are really good and really rare. Like Execute. Execute you can only catch in the Safari Zone. If you want an Execute, then so be it, but I don't. So I'm just going to ignore it. There's a lot of items here too, though. So I would highly recommend just looking around for items, because there's TMs and other goodies around the place. So I'm just going to pick up any that I see along the way or I remember. So there's one here. Carbos, excellent. Carbos is really nice. I think you use them WoW in the Safari Zone as well. If I am right, Carbos increases the special defense of a Pokemon. So that would be very good for... Let's give it to Gyarados. Oh, it's speed. Okay, it's speed. Okay, my bad. It's speed. Okay, I couldn't remember. I think Zinc is Carbos. I mean, Zinc is special defense. Yeah, don't judge me, okay. I think there's an item down here. I'm trying to remember from memory. Yes, there is. TM37. I don't remember what that is. If we can have a look. Egg Bomb, that's sort of useless for all Pokemon apart from Execute and Chansey, really. I think they're like the only two Pokemon I can actually learn Egg Bomb, so it's a bit pointless. Hey, Cubone! If you wanted a Cubone, here's a good place to catch it, but nope, don't want a Cubone. So yeah. But yeah, like I said, you do want to come in here because this place is actually mandatory. As much as you might not think it is, so... Even if it wasn't, I would still go in here anyway, because the Pokemon you can find here are pretty rare and pretty good. There are a lot of good Pokemon that I would highly recommend for your team if you haven't got a full team already. So now that I've got that Dratini is going to be my last Pokemon on my team, so I now have the full 6. Which is extra special and lovely. And the thing is, it is level 10, so I will need to train it quite a bit, but... Oh, there's nothing down there. I'll go back for it later if I have time. Just keep exploring. Like I said, there's different patches of grass that you can explore. So, and every patch of grass has different Pokemon in it. Mostly you'll just see Nidorans, because I think Nidorans are like the most common. So, yeah, get prepared to see a shit ton of those. Anything down here? No, just keep going up here. There's another bit of water there if you want to fish. But we're just gonna keep going up. This is actually, if you're curious, this is actually the right way to go. So make sure that you're following my steps if you're trying to get through the Safari Zone as quick as possible. Well, when I say quick, it's not been that quick because I've been going for items as well. But this is the right route that you will want to follow. Skull Bash isn't great. It's kind of like Razor Wind, if you remember. It takes one turn to charge it up, and you'll do a lot of damage the second turn. So it's not that... It's quite good, but at the same time, 2 turns for one move, I can't be bothered with that. But yeah, Nidoran male, no thank you. I'm not really mood for both Nidorans. Another item here. No more room for items, just fantastic. Why am I not surprised? You know what, I'm just gonna chuck away Egg Bomb. Egg Bomb is useless anyway. Yes, just chuck that away, please. Protein increases attack, so I will definitely want to add that to Gyarados, because Gyarados is very... Actually, I might give it to Primate, actually. Yeah, I'll give it to Primate, why not? Give it to Primate. Not bad at all. Just keep walking on. Like I said, there is a 500 step limit, so you do want to get to where you need to be within the 500 steps, otherwise you will have to do this again, so... So yeah, level 36 Nidoran is quite high level. That's higher than like any of my Pokemon apart from my Charizard. So yeah, you are encountering quite high level Pokemon here. So be wary of that. I don't know why the Safari Zone music is just the evolution theme. It's quite weird. It's just the evolution theme for when a Pokemon's evolving. This item here, you want to pick up this item. Gold Teeth. This is an item that you do need to pick up. If you don't pick up this item, you will not be able to progress. So do pick that up. So yeah, there's another item here. No more items. What can we throw away? Chuck away Skull Bash. Don't need it. I forgot what this is. TM32. I think that's double team. I think I actually remember. I think that's double team. I genuinely think that's double team. I think it's double team. Yeah, it is double team. Yeah, my memory's pretty spot on. Hey, but of course we don't need it. So I'm just gonna toss it away. Why am I tossing away? Because there's another item you're going to get here. So yes, this house is the house you want to get to before the 500 step limit. So you want to go in here and talk to this guy. It is mandatory. I have actually had a time where I ran out of steps literally right in front of the guy. Literally, I walked in front of the guy and I ran out of steps and the timer ran out. That was quite frustrating, but if you follow the route that I took, you should be able to get there confidently without the worry of losing steps. Hooray, you're the first person to reach the secret house. I was getting worried that no one would ever win our campaign prize. Congratulations, you have won HMO free. So yes, you want to get here because you do need that HM to progress with the story. HMO free is surf. Pokemon will be able to ferry you across water. And this HM isn't disposable, so you can use it over and over again. So yes. Like I said before, you do need HMO free surf. Surf allows you to be able to get across water. So it allows you to swim, basically. And remember when I said that I wasn't fussed about deleting Bubble Beam on Gyarados? This is why, because I am going to teach Surf to Gyarados. And you're questioning why, Jason? Why would you teach a HM move to one of your main Pokemon? Like Fly, Surf is one of the better. Snorlax can learn Surf too for some reason. I don't understand how a fat fuck can swim across the ocean, but yeah. Anyways, that's nothing we need to worry about. But Gyarados learning Surf. Surf is easily one of the best HM moves and one of the best water type moves in the game. It's got a ridiculous amount of power, it's got good PP, and it's just a good move in general, and it's accurate as well. So I would highly recommend teaching Surf to one of your water type Pokemon. As a battling move, it is a very, very good move. I do recommend it. So yes, feel free to teach Surf. I think we can use Surf here actually. I can show as a demonstration, so you can't. Oh, okay, no, we can't because because we don't have the right HM move. Because I think I've told you about this before, but HM moves are not able to be used outside of battle until you get the right gym badge. So until we beat the gym in Fuschia City, we won't be able to swim across waters just yet. But it doesn't matter because we've got it now, so we don't have to worry. So with everything we've got, because pretty much all I wanted to get in here was to get the Dratini, get Surf, and pretty much get the gold teeth. We kind of got nothing else to do here, so let's see if we can counter one last Pokemon before we run out of steps. There's 22 steps left. Let's see if we can get one or two more encounters in. Nidoran, come on. I would like to encounter like one of the rarer Pokemon in the Safari Zone. Fun tip, if you do want to just encounter Pokemon without moving, you can do that. If you just slightly tap on the control pad, you will move in circles like so. You can move in circles, and that way you can encounter wild Pokemon. Yes! Here is one of the rarer Pokemon that you can find in the Safari Zone, Cypher. Cypher is one of the hardest Pokemon to find in the Safari Zone. Very hard to catch, and it will very, very most likely run away. Cypher is easily the best bug type in the game, so if you want a bug type for your team, Cypher is a good shout. But trust me, to catch a Cypher is very, very difficult. But I'm going to try catch one anyway, but it's very, very hard, trust me. I only got 3 Safari Balls left, so I might not be able to catch it. And it ran away. Oh well. Never mind. Never mind. If you run out of Safari Balls, you will get kicked out of the Safari Zone like you would run out of steps. Oh, Nidorina, the evolved version of Nidoran female. Let's see if I can catch it. I've got 2 Safari Balls left. I might as well chuck them at it. Last Safari Ball. If nothing comes out of it, then oh well. Nope. Well. And there we go. We ran out of Safari Balls, and you are kicked out of the Safari Zone. But it doesn't matter because we managed to get Dratini and the HM Surf and the gold teeth. Now, if you're wondering what is the gold teeth for, you remember that guy in the building who was blabbering gibberish that we couldn't understand? He is what you need it for, so you gotta go back down over there. I'll just use cut over here. La-be-doo-be-doo, da-be-doo-be-doo. Yeah, I think he was the Safari Warden if I'm right, so you want to go in here, talk to this chump, and yeah, you give him the gold teeth to the Warden, and he can finally speak, because apparently the reason why he couldn't speak properly was because he didn't have any teeth. Thanks, kid. No one could ever understand a word I said. I couldn't work it that way. Let me give you something for your troubles. And he will give you another HM, so you will get 2 HMs back to back, HMO 3 and HMO 4. HMO 4 is, if I can get to it quickly, it is Strength. I do want to teach Strength because, like Surf as well, Strength is also a move that you can teach to a HM slave, but I actually teach it to Snorlax because Strength is actually a very, very powerful move. It's like Surf in that it's a very, very powerful normal type move that is really, really good. So, now that we know Strength, I think we do have the badge for Strength. We do have the badge for Strength, yes. We don't have the badge for surf, but we do have the badge for strength. So now we can move this boulder out of the way. And there's no items, of course. Of course. I'll just chuck away this elixir, because I'm never going to use it ever. Just chuck this away. And we get ourselves a rare candy. So it's very, very recommended that you move the boulder out of the way and get that rare candy. Because there's a free level. You can never say no to that, right? But with all of that, we pretty much have everything we want in Fuschia City. All we have left now is to pretty much tackle the gym. And we'll be on our merry way. So, I think this is a good place to end of the part. I will be putting Dratini into our party. I'll definitely train him up off screen, because as you remember, he was level 10, so he's definitely way behind schedule, behind levels. So I will train him up to get him ready for the gym battle and give him some screen time as well. So next time on Pokemon Yellow, we will tackle the gym. And yes, I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I will see you all later. Goodbye.